Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Good morning, everybody. It is. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. Thanks so much for tuning in. You could have been, but you're not. So I'm happy. I'm excited. Welcome. It's another Monday. We are in the building. We're doing great. You're feeling good. I'm feeling good. And even if you're not feeling good, you're going to be feeling better pretty soon. That's just what I feel. If you ain't feeling good right now, you fitting to feel a little bit better soon. It's all working out. Hello. In your favor. I'm excited to be in the building with y'all anyway, man. If you've never watched this show before, if this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cool. If you've watched this show before and you found it not robbery to come back and watch it one more again, man, I thank you, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. It'll make a little tear fall from my eye. Look at that. It's a tear. That's just a morning tear. I don't know what's happening. If you're first time watching this, man, this show, it's a collection of what in the world. That's what, if you were to take all the what in the world and throw it all together, put it all in a ball, that would be this show. So you never know what will happen, what I'll say. It could be serious, it could be real, it could be all kinds of stuff, but it's a show, so we throw it together. Now, the only thing that happens on this show consistently in a consistent manner is me getting on here and speaking to the people that speak to me. So let me go ahead and do that really, really quickly, so that we can get into the show. All right. Here's what I'm gonna start asking of you all before we even get into speaking to people. We got to grow the show. I appreciate all the people that watch, the people who are regular watchers. We got to get some new folk in here. I'm at the point now where I've become like a pastor. I'm looking over the congregation. I'm looking at the congregants, and I'm happy that I got y'all, but I need to see somebody else. And one of the best ways I've learned that social media does that is that you tell somebody else to watch. So feel free to share this show. Let somebody else know, hey, it's something good to watch. Hey, you get up in the morning, watch the show. Even if they watch it later on, let's just start getting people to watch the show a little bit. All right. I listen, and it's not saying that I don't appreciate y'all. I'm not cheating. I'm not doing an 80-10. I want y'all to stay. But I want y'all to also make somebody else watch too. That's just how social media works. You spread it. It spreads like wildfire. I'm trying to be the disease. I want to be everybody's STD. Just give me to somebody else. Let me be your herpes. You know? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, moving on. One of the things I do is I speak to everybody that speaks to me. The first three people that speak get the M&Ms, the M&Ms, the mythical medals, the morning mythical medals. Bronze this morning goes to the pride of North Carolina, Courtney Weston and Murphy. Good morning, Courtney. Thank you. Silver goes to JD. Don't call me Martin Luther the King. Good morning. And the gold goes to TT, Tiny and Tasty. Miss Crystal Pinnell. So TT with the gold, JD with the silver, CW. Now this is a good radio station, but Courtney television station, Courtney Weston and Murphy with the bronze. Also here's Kim Cat Thomas Jones, Wilberta, Franita, Lisa's here, Crystal Sex Appeal, Emmy Time, Emmy Place is in the building. Melissa is here. Monair, good job, Ms. Hamilton McGregor. Yeah, I'm still healthy. I ain't died yet. I'm still here, man. And even if I die, I'm gonna still do the show. Morning, Jeff. Good morning. Shannon is here. The Pope is in the building. Pope Calvin Hill. Good morning. Lisa Hill, I don't think that's the Pope's wife. They just happen to have the same last name. Marsha Trouble Copeland, Ida's here, Nyambi is in the building, Rosetta, Big Steve in the building, Delisa, Sherelle. Good morning, Sherelle. Candy, just like candy. Ow. My man Jay Pearson, Snoop's in the building. Lynette, everybody is in the building. Real quick before I make the women upset, got to go ahead and give a shout out to all the sports teams that won NFL playoffs. Probably the most intriguing, most watched program in the world is NFL football. NFL playoffs are this weekend. So big shout outs to the teams that are going on to their conference championships. In the AFC, you have a rematch between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Looks like a great setup. For those of you all who said this is really, it's a game that comes down to the two quarterbacks. People have taken all their shots at both of these quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes still has a prepubescent voice, still can't get that. It sounds like he just needs some lozenges, but he's been able to win no matter who you put around him. You could take coaches away. Eric Bieniemy is gone. Tyreek Hill gone. All the players that he had around him, the one constant they've had has been Patrick Mahomes, and he constantly stays in the AFC Championship game. Way to go. Then you got Lamar Jackson. Not what you would call traditionally handsome, not what you want as the face of your franchise sometimes, but he's a winner. You know, he may not throw it, he just gets the ball in the end zone. He wins the game. He may have to run it, may throw it, puts that Superman cape on, he plays. And this is a guy that the Baltimore Ravens didn't even want to pay. They didn't even want to give him the money. They didn't even want to pay Lamar. But it is. If we want to be honest about it, Courtney, the Baltimore Ravens are the blackest franchise in the NFL. I don't know why I feel like if you like the Ravens, the Ravens just have an African American personality. I just feel like the Ravens pregame meal always includes collards. I just feel like that's how it is. I feel like that's how it is. This game is a racial epithet. This game is the blackness of the Ravens. I feel like the Ravens would have Mary J. Blige at every game, where the Chiefs, Kansas City, it just screams whiteness. Taylor Swift at every game. It's Mary J. Blige versus Taylor Swift. And that's what we got in the AFC Championship game. Mary J. versus Taylor Swift. Now we go over to the NFC. Bang, bang, Niner gang over there. San Francisco 49ers will be taking on the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions have been the epitome of horrible. A team that's gone all defeated. They've had a season where they lost every game. Their fans wore bags over their heads. Not even a team that's used to success. The Detroit Lions in the NFC Championship, proud of them. Going up against a juggernaut, a team that's always there, the San Francisco 49ers. This is a David and Goliath story. This is the epitome of David and Goliath. The 49ers, the San Francisco Treats, as I like to call them, versus the Detroit Loins. It's the Treats versus the Loins. The San Francisco Treats versus the Detroit Loins. And so now we're going to get a Super Bowl. Now, here's what I'm saying. From these games, you end up with your Super Bowl. I don't think you can lose with any Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is just an event. I don't think anyone cares who makes the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is the Super Bowl. You're excited. You want to watch. It's a championship of football. Football is America's sport. People try to say baseball. Baseball ain't America's sport. It's clearly Japan's sport. They better baseball players in Japan, China, all of those Asians have baseball. That's all them. Asians have baseball. It's all them. Soccer is not our sport. Soccer ain't our sport. We try to play it, but it's not ours. Every other country who has lower financial standards than us is better at soccer. The United States and Canada ain't never gonna be soccer countries. We can claim basketball, but it comes down to basketball and American football. Rugby is a different sport. Cricket, different sport. If America has to choose between basketball and football, we're there. Courtney said, once my team lost, I don't care who goes to the Super Bowl. I'm there for halftime. Halftime is a spectacle. This year, speaking of herpes, this year, we've got Usher. Usher is there. He's going to be slanging his man meat all over the place. That's all you're going to get is Usher. And you know what? And I've been a proponent of making Usher stop. But I'm looking forward to Usher's halftime show. Usher has the catalog, the ability, the talent, the show to do a fantastic halftime show. I'm all in for Usher at halftime. What's the over under? A lot of people on here gamble. What's the over under a number of minutes before we see Usher's nipples? Usher can't keep on a shirt. Usher's what now? 65, 70 years old. He can't keep that shirt on. Usher is showing those abs. How long into the show before we see Usher's nipples? Now, here's where I'm upset. Usher's going to be able to take his shirt off, and everybody in America's going to be fine with it. Usher's going to be on there, shirt off, oiled up. I don't think Usher can wear his shirts more than once. The amount of oil Usher puts on his chest daily, he's got to have the best moisturized skin in the world. He might even come out no shirt. He's got to wear that jacket he's got with all the diamonds on. He's got to wear that. But the amount of oil, I can just imagine pre-show Usher's just backstage just slathering himself up. Usher's cholesterol might be through the roof. What if it's anointing oil though? What if that's what makes him keep going? Usher oils up and all that oil is on that shirt. There's no way you get all that oil out of the shirt. You got to throw that away. But Usher's going to come out there, complete show. He uses castor oil. Usher's going to come out there and do a complete show, no shirt. Everybody's going to be fine. Janet Jackson glimpses one nipple, and everybody goes crazy. So let's talk it out. Let's talk it out right here on my show. Let's talk it out right now. Why are man nips okay, woman nipples not? Why are mammary glands no good, but mammary glands are? If Usher can take his shirt off, I say we let Beyonce on no shirt. I said we let our ladies, y'all should be fighting for the right to do shows topless. No pasties, no little nipple things, no little nipple holders. Let it all hang out. Ladies should have that same right. And I'm upset with you women. I know some very classy ladies and some women on here, some powerful women on my show. And the fact that y'all have not marched on Washington for the right to perform with both of your pleasure pillows out is ridiculous. Let's not talk about it just comes down to the size of them. It's not just about the size, because I'm telling you right now, I've seen Bone Crusher standing out there shirtless. I've seen Rick Ross when he was chunky Rick. When he was Thick Ross was out there, boobs everywhere. I watched the game yesterday. Jason Kelce, the brother of Travis Kelce, was in the stands holding a beer, no shirt on. Yet they made Taylor Swift suffer through the whole game with a whole outfit on. Taylor Swift should have been able to stand out there shirtless. Get naked for him, Taylor. Why are woman boobs felt to be indecent? Somebody tell me. It's all natural. Y'all fight for the right to feed them babies at the table. If you can pull out a boob in the middle of Golden Corral, I think you should be able to pull one out at the Super Bowl. I don't disrespect breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is A-okay. Breastfeeding is a win. The baby's got to eat. Baby's got to eat. But it's always weird to me the woman who just takes that freedom and just pulls them out anywhere. That lady that just sits in the middle of McDonald's and just slaps her baby, just latches a baby on. I respect the woman that goes with the cover up. The cover up. And I'm all for breastfeeding. Fellas, I think we all agree breastfeeding is necessary. But at least hit me with the At least hit me with the cover up. Come up here. A lot of ladies, when you hit me with this right here, when I see that lady put that, I know she's not cold. Once she hits me with this right here, I'm all right with it. But a lot of you ladies just go all natural. Just whip it out. And we know, listen, everybody tries to act like everything natural is beautiful. Everything natural ain't beautiful. Cover up that meal. When you attaching that baby on like a car part, cover that up. Yeah. They just slapping a baby on there. And it's so funny to me because they'll just slap that baby on. I had a good friend of mine. We went out when she first had her baby. We went out to eat just to celebrate her having a baby, all kinds of stuff, right? We just sitting at the table, we talking, blah, 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 blah. Baby starts to fuss or whatever. I think she get ready to go pacify on him. And she's going with the ultimate pacifier. She's getting ready to slap a boob in. She ain't even give me a warning. She just slapped boob in, baby on boob. B-O-B, baby on boob. Just slapped it on. Ah! Just attach that thing on. And it's so funny because she just act like it was still, it won't no fuss, no nothing. She just kept talking. So anyway, I was going to Walmart and I noticed that they had eggs on sale. I'm like, you got a whole person attached to your titty. And you just gonna talk to me naturally? I applaud women. I applaud women for being able to do it. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I had somebody becoming a suckling on me, and I ain't just gonna talk normal. Not with a suckling on me. Not with not like that. I'm gonna tell you now. I'm not gonna. It's not the way I see it. No, can't do it. James said I should have passed my cup. Ain't nothing to pass. I don't want boob milk. I feel like as a virgin, one of the things I stand for in my walk of purity, I gotta wonder, fellas, all the men who have fathered children and have been with the lady. Michelle is hilarious, and been with the lady afterwards. What happens when you get a little taste? If you so what y'all still got what? How long do y'all still produce milk, ladies, after the baby? 6, 7 years? You still putting them cabbage leaves on there to try to dry it out? And you get into an intimate moment with your man, and he's all in. He's caressing. And he goes in, and you spring a little leak. All right, Marche said, put a little booby milk on your lip. That's crazy. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. Maybe if y'all were able to switch up what you could put in there, like if vodka came out, maybe like a grape Kool-Aid, I think that would be great. If you get in there as a man, you pumping and sweating, and you just need a quick refresher, and you can just go in and then keep on going, I think that works. I think that would be a marvelous time. If y'all could control what comes out of there, let it be a fountain, I'm all with it. Anyway, weekend recap. I always do the weekend recap on Monday. On Friday, I had the unique pleasure and honor to host the Newport News Division of Human Services. 98.6 degree Kool-Aid is wild. That's hilarious. That is crazy. But so is hot milk. Man, we want all of it chill. Maybe if we could put ice in there. You can make them little mini coolers. I went into I had the unique honor and pleasure to serve the Newport News Department of Health, Department of Human Services, in their all staff day. They brought all the staff that worked in the Department of Human Services. That was CPS, Adult Protective Services, food stamps was in there working hard, Medicaid, all of those departments. And they took a day off and they came and they were recognized, and I was able to be there for them. And I tried my best to get food stamps. I'm gonna tell you what, we as kids, we felt food stamps was something to be ashamed of. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if I get my hands on some stamps, if I could get regular stamps, I'd be excited. If I could get myself some stamps, Man, that would change my life. Food stamps changed my life. I remember the couple of months that during the pandemic when they was giving out EBT cards to all the kids, and I was able to get an EBT card for my son and my daughter. Man, what a time is this? What a time to be alive. I ain't ate that good since. I was eating ground giraffe at that time, man. I was eating all kinds of exotic foods. There was no more tuna fish for me. Oh no, sir. Give me straight dolphin. Oh, I had me some canned dolphin. Man, that was great. We used to be ashamed of food stamps. Food stamps used to be something. Mamas be like, I ain't never been on no food stamps. Give them to me. Give them to me. They ain't even selling them like they used to. Or either that or I've just grown away from my hood roots. It used to be people I used to be able to step outside and buy some food stamps. Just another beautiful day. I can go get me 100 stamps for $50. I don't even know where they go now. Now they look like a credit card. You walk in, listen, I'm going to tell you now. You walk in with a different pride when you got an EBT. I ain't never seen nobody with EBT coming to the grocery store looking worried, looking concerned. They shop with a pride, with an air about them. Head up, chest out. Because you already know the government paying for it. Who getting these fruity rings? The government. Who buying these crab legs? Biden. Oh, it's a price. You swipe that card. Getting whatever you want on them. You going in. You using your own money. You feel like you losing something by buying food. You spending your own money. You feel like, this is me. My money is gone. You using them food stamps, you walk up to the deli, give me 47 pounds of your finest rhinoceros breast. I'm like, you ordering the rhino breast? And here I am sliding down here to the honey ham, the Cajun chicken breast, the honey turkey. And you over there, Jane, getting shaved rhinoceros meat because you got EBT. That's what I'm talking about, man. I want it. EBT, eating better today. You go into Sam's Club and buying bags. Give me bags. I've got EBT. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, the deli leads you to some weird conversations. I was talking to a young lady just the other day. She was going to the deli. Look, two things, because we're going to get back into this. It led to some weird conversations. My weekend was full of weird conversations. I was talking to a friend of mine. She was at the deli. I almost caught a charge. It almost became inappropriate out of nowhere. She told me she was at the deli, and I asked her, how thick do you like your meat? I was trying to be, I was talking about the deli because I take thin slice at all times. I don't think a man should go in and get that thick meat in his mouth. Who's out there buying thick meat? Who's out there asking for their meat spam thick? But I asked her, and I think she blushed a little bit on the inside. She was inside. She was like, she was like, oh, I'm getting ready to go to the deli. I said, oh, how thick do you like your meat? Now, let me ask y'all this. Do you know your number for your meat? Ladies, gentlemen, anybody, do you know what number? I think I'm going with a number 1. Thick meat is wild. You don't want no thick meat. As a man, I can't see myself going to the deli. Yeah, let me get that thick meat. Yeah. Give me some of that beef. Make it thick though. No. I say slice thin. Shannon already knows her size, the number 3. And that led to a conversation. I had the same conversation in my barbershop the other day. You got to watch how you say it. It's hard. A lot of people don't understand how difficult it is to be a man and having to watch what you say all the time. We was in the barber shop, and my barber was like, I'm always out there looking for the best beef. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I like, wait a minute. He's like, I'm out here looking for the best beef. He's like, I spend money on good beef. I was like, whoa. Same thing I said, Z. I'm listening to my barber, and I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't know that you was, I didn't know you was about that beef. And he was like, oh, see, there y'all go. I mean, when the man says beef, you should automatically assume that he's talking about like a steak. You shouldn't be talking about man meat. It's something wrong with y'all, not me. No, man, you was out here talking about how you searching for beef. I felt some kind of way. I didn't know you was a beef searcher. I didn't know. You got to watch how you do it. Now, the other conversation that went left in my weekend recap is I drove down to North Carolina, the North, Greensboro, North Carolina. That's where my daughter is nestled in college. She just had a birthday on the 17th, and still being a dad, I got to go there. I got to be there for my daughter's birthday. Now, she had an amazing time. She's got a little boyfriend. The little boyfriend took her to the movies. And they went to go see Mean Girls. That's what she wanted to see. That's what he did. She raved about Mean Girls, and I could see already that this poor young man has never been in a relationship with a black girl. Never been in a black woman relationship. She drugged him to go see Mean Girls. You could see how disappointed Xander was in the film. He tried to make it seem like he enjoyed it. He's learned what men all over the world have learned. Act like you enjoy what your significant other likes. Xander was like, oh, yeah, hey, great, what a movie. What a film. So that's what happened. So Xander took him, and then after Xander did it, Xander he does MMA fighting. That's how white he is. You know what I mean, he's pure white. He's in an MMA club. They kick and punch on each other all the time. It does it. So I pull up on Xander. So Xander, on the birthday, so Xander pretended like he hurt himself. Now, here's where I'm concerned with my daughter. Xander says they go to the movie. He's been fine the whole time at the movie. When he brings her back on campus, Xander's like, my ankle hurts. Do you have any ibuprofen in your room? And I was like, yeah, sure. Come on up. Whoa. Way too easy. Do you have any ibuprofen? Way too easy. Way too simple, Nala. Way too simple. You were finna let him up in there. You became Aisha. A letter and some candy. So she was like, no, sure, come to my dorm and we can go get you some ibuprofen. I was like, hey. I'm upset. But when he goes to the room, all the friends, all her little dorm friends, they had set up the lounge. They decorated the lounge, balloons, streamers, and all that stuff. They went to Texas Roadhouse. She loves the rolls at Texas Roadhouse. They went and got rolls from Texas Roadhouse. They got her some other stuff. So they threw her a party. They threw her a surprise party. So I was happy. That made me feel better as a father for not being there on her birthday. But I had to learn it's a delicate balance. I gotta allow her space, right? So I gave her space, and her friends worked it out. I'm telling you now, if her friends had to gave her that party, made her feel special. It was her 18th birthday. I was already feeling some kind of way. If her friends hadn't done that party, I wasn't gonna trust them no more. They get no more chances. So they gave her a party. She had her own special party, birthday party, all that stuff. Then I came down. Her mom and her brother. We all went down, separate vehicles. Went down to take her to dinner. We go to dinner. I hit her up. I said, anybody? Xander was in on the party. Xander knew that the party was happening. Xander was like, at first, what's so crazy is Xander got a little bit of black guy in him. Because they were like, we're going to have a party for Nyla. He doesn't call her Nyla. He calls her Lexi. We're going to have a party for Lexi. And they were talking about inviting anybody that heard about it to the party. He was like, no, don't do that. Let's keep this thing tight. I was like, there you go. And I was like, hey, remember, keep that thing tight. all times. Yeah, I threw that in there, Snoop. Keep that thing tight. So that should be your goal, Xander, and Nyla's as well, to keep that thing tight. Anyway, so we go to take Nyla out to dinner. We're sitting around. So she wanted to go to Texas Roadhouse to get rolls again. We go to Texas Roadhouse. Apparently, there are no restaurants in Greensboro because we get to Texas Roadhouse. It's a 2.5 hour wait. I was like, who's waiting 2.5 hours to Texas Roadhouse? Not even worth it. If I had known that, I would have called in and put my name on the list when I was leaving Virginia. It's 2.5 hour wait to get into the Texas Roadhouse. So that didn't work out. So where her mom and brother were staying, their hotel was right next to a Smoky Bones. So we decided to go to Smoky Bones. We'll just get ribs, blah, 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 blah. We go to Smoky Bones. Hilarious story about the Smoky Bones. We get in Smoky Bones. I'm looking at the menu, and I'm trying to decide between what kind of ribs to get. Yeah, we ended up down there in that area, Lisa, down the street from the Coliseum, and it was just restaurants galore down there. So we get to the Smoky Bones, and I'm trying to decide which ribs to get. I was like, when in Rome, you eat ribs. So I'm looking at the ribs, and I don't know if I'm going to go to Drake's, Lisa, because if I go to Drake's, then I'm gonna be all emotional afterwards. I'm gonna be like, I'm just saying you can do better. I don't have time to be emotional. So I'm in there. I'm looking at the menu, and the waitress like, "How can I help you?" Everybody else is ordered. I'm last, and I'm like, I don't know which ribs to get, the half rack or the whole rack. And I'm looking at the ribs, and I immediately became my mama. Like the whole rack of ribs, I think was like $35 or something like that. And I immediately became my mom. I was like, you know how many ribs I could buy for $35? I can make my own ribs for $8.99. And I knew I couldn't pay with EBT in the Smoky Bones. So I'm looking at the ribs, and I'm getting ready to get a half rack. When the lady said, oh, don't worry about it, we got a special. I can get you a whole rack for like $15. I was like, well, write it up then, cuz. Do what you do. I said, why you ain't tell me about the special again? And she's like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like telling people about the special because they'll order it. And then their bill will be low and they don't want to tip. I was like, they don't want to tip? Yeah, so I don't tell people about the special. I was like, the level of Negro them you just displayed, but I can't knock your hustle. So in one sentence, she told me, A, I need this tip money. She was a little bit on the pregnant side. She's like, I need this tip money. B, I'm willing to do what it is. C, I'm going to give you this special, but you better tip me on the back end. So that's what she said. So now we sitting there having a conversation. My son is talking to Xander. My son may like Xander more than Nyla does. Xander plays video games, does all the stuff an 11-year-old boy does. So they're discussing video games. My son asked him, Xander, does he play video games in his room? Xander's like, dog, I don't play video games in my room because I don't have no TV in my room. His TV, he left his TV at the house. Now I was like, why didn't you bring your TV? He was like, it's too big. He was like, I got a 56-inch TV. So he was like, oh, okay, cool. So Nala, my daughter, was like, well, just put the TV on the wall. And he was like, I can't put the TV on the wall. He's like, it's a cement wall. I can't put the TV on the wall. Then my daughter said, why don't you just use some command strips? Then I was like, wait, what you think he can just put stickers? He can just stick the TV to the wall? Immediately, I wanted to withdraw my daughter from college because clearly you're not ready for life yet. If you sitting here telling me you a straight A student in college and you still think that you can put command strips on the wall with a 56-inch TV, told me right then I will not be getting you an apartment next year. We can go ahead and hand that up because you're going to be trying to stick TVs to the wall. I don't know what I've done to treat her wrong. I don't know what she thinks the TV weighs. I don't know what she thinks command strips can do. But what you are not is prepared for life. I realize we can let them be book smart, but that life smart, she ain't got it. She ain't got it. So Xander was like, no, I can't put the TV on the wall. So my daughter, she gets a little incredulous. She starts to look at him. She's like, well, just put the TV on top of your refrigerator. It's a college dorm. It ain't even a regular fridge. It's just a little mini fridge. And then she starts to just put it on top of the refrigerator. And Xander looks her dead in the eye. He was like, 56 inches? He's like, do you know how big 56 inches is? And I was like, hey, she better not. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We say we changing the subject. I moved on. Once he asked her, "Do you know how big 56 inches is?" I was like, "What we not gonna do? You're not my daughter. She does not. No, no, sir. I answered it for her. She has no idea. She better not know what no inches is, how big any inches is. Not at this table. No, sir. No. It's crazy. Good time. Good time. But I was able to go ahead and take her out, take her. And the boyfriend now, I don't know what my daughter told him. He failed a test. Everything I'm doing with the young man is always a test. It's always a test. I always try to make him, there's something in me that's fighting what my mama used to do. My mama always dissuaded me. And you got to remember, my mama came up in a time during segregation. She was on the tail end of that. She was at the Woolworth sit-ins down here in Virginia. When people always be like, "What's the claim to fame to your state?" I always be like, slavery. Everybody else be like, New York be like, "What's the claim to your state?" Pizza. Texas, steaks. Everything's bigger here. In Michigan, we got the Great Lakes. They be like, "What's Virginia known for?" Slavery. We started it all. That's us. That's all we got. So when you grow up in Virginia, there's a certain level of racial animosity just as an undertone everywhere. Ham and peanuts. Okay, okay. The P and P, pork and peanuts. So that I think when you walk around, you can't tell people what is Virginia known for. You be like, these nuts. These nuts. You're supposed to say lovers. Okay, so now we all just hoeing out here. The Virginia is for love. I just thought that was a dumb phrase. So what are we, the orgy state? Virginia is for lovers. Oh, I definitely won't Blessing Xander with no TV. He'll be all right. So I always try to make it. My mama always, from the time I could even be interested in women, my mama always was making sure I stayed black. My mama threw that out there all the time. I came from a if it can't use a comb, don't bring it home society. I've learned better now. Love who you love. Love whatever you like at this point. Now it don't even matter. We in 2024. You can love anything. Be like, I'm getting ready to marry a book. I'm going Cat Williams on them. I'm marrying a book. My mom always said, if you can't use a comb, don't bring it home. That was where I was, you know. And I knew my daughter was probably gonna go lighter complected. I already knew my daughter was gonna go mayo. I already knew it. I knew she was gonna want mayo on her roast beef. I figured it. You know what? I'm dealing with it as a parent. But that doesn't mean that as her dad, I can't make it as awkward as possible. Every time I see him, he reaches out for the handshake. I give him dap. And it's a different dap every time. And I love seeing how confused he is for the dap. I love to see how confused. Every time he puts his hand out for that handshake, I come with something different. What up, Z? You good, cuz? Bring him in for the hug. He just be confused. He don't know what to do. His eyes grow in size, the bewilderment in his face. He has no idea what to do. It's confusing to him. That's what I want. I throw him off every time. It's never the same dap. And right when he gets comfortable with dap, I'm going in with straight handshake. Every time. I'm going to throw him off. I think that's my duty as her father. Which leads me to my question of the day and our final statement. I was on Facebook yesterday. And I realized once again that fathers have an unenviable task. Being a father is one of the hardest tasks you'll ever come across. Because I'm going to tell you right now, fathers can't win. Fathers cannot win. If you're a father and you're involved, you can't win. If you leave, you're a loser. If you stay, you're a loser. There's no way for men to win. No matter what a man does, men can't win. And I was reading a comment on yesterday. I'm trying to find it. We got into a pretty good debate with a young lady yesterday, and a young lady who I like the young lady. She's highly intelligent. She does great, but she was complaining. She said so many dads are giving their daughters away to their husbands, and the strongest advice they have is just don't put your hands on her. Way to set the bar for respect as low as possible. If this were limbo, that would be a win. And she was disgusted. She was saying that all that man was saying when they get their daughters away is don't put your hands on them. Lakeisha said, I'm a daddy's girl. My dad is always winning. And here's what I said. I said, hey, as a dad, first of all, when that man comes and brings, he's not my child. I can't give him a play-by-play on what he needs to do with my daughter. That ain't my son. I don't raise him. I tried to explain to her the whole better not put your hands on her is not this is the best advice we can give. Oh, there I go. I done froze up. Y'all stay right there with me. It happens. The freeze up, this is your first time watching the show, the freeze up is going to happen. I don't know what causes the freeze up or what, but I keep IT on just for these types of situations. The IT department is here just for that. What I learned was if the dad says to the young man not to put his hands on him, it's not that that's the best advice that he can give. What that is everything else is understood. Everything else is understood. We've already said to you, everything else understood. I say this, that's not my child. I can't tell him. What it's telling you is that as her daddy, I'm staying out y'all relationship. I ain't got nothing to do with what y'all got going on over there. That ain't my house. Y'all stay over there. I believe that you're going to do all the proper stuff. You're going to respect her, love her, cherish her, blah, blah, blah. All that's fitting to happen. Absolutely. But what we're saying is, and that's what Shannon's saying, daddy's girl here, quickest way to run my husband hot is to say, don't worry about it, I'll ask my daddy. I'm telling you, I'm staying out of it. I've had this job. But what I'm telling you is, I'm not in y'all business unless you put your hands on. You put your hands on it, you got to die. Y'all can fuss, fight, argue, complain. You might even make a misstep. I don't have to tell you not to cheat on her. You should know not to cheat. But even if you cheat on her, I'm not going to kill you for cheating on her. But I'm stepping in your business. I'm stepping in your business. No, they regular curtains. You got to step up, Denzel. I'm a man. They blackout curtains. I'm stepping in your business if you put your hands on my daughter. James is saying exactly right. His father had the role of telling him how to treat a woman. That's not on me. My job is to train my daughter. And that's what I try to explain yesterday. She was like, I can't believe that you had deeper debates over bacon than what y'all are trying to tell the man before he takes your daughter. And this is like before you get permission for your daughter to marry that man. Let me tell y'all something. Your daughter ain't getting your permission. I don't know what year you think this is. This ain't 1803. Ain't nobody's daughter asking for permission to get married. When that man comes and he even says to you, hey, do you mind if I marry your daughter? All of that really is just ritual. Because even if that man comes to you and says, hey, man, I'm asking for your daughter's hand in marriage. I'm telling you now, they don't care if you say yes or no. I need all y'all daddies out there to understand. Once he's asked, they fitting to get married. They getting married. I don't know who you think you are in her life. They getting married. They just want to know if you want to be there or if you're going to help pay for it. The marriage is happening. Believe you me, they finna get married. The question is, you going to be there or not? Lakeith said, my last ex ass. The ex ass. This just you so you won't be surprised that there's a wedding date. My job is, if I'm doing my job right, and Snoop, you on here, you a girl dad. My job is this. My job as her dad is to hopefully I've instilled in her the traits that she should be looking for in a man. So if she chose you, obviously you have already hit the checklist of things that I've already showed. Either she's choosing somebody who displays the same characteristics and techniques that I display, because that's why she loves me. I love my dad because he's a protector, he's a provider, he has wise advice, he's sage, he knows this, he does that. So hopefully she says, I'm going to choose somebody like my daddy because of this. Hopefully I've instilled in her, you need a man that's going to respect you, who's going to care for you, who's going to take care of you, all of these things. The minutia ain't got nothing to do with it. I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was saying the same thing should go for women. Y'all got to stay out of their relationship. What works for them is what works for them. Hopefully, though, I put in some stuff. That's my job. My daughter is my job. This little crusty Negro that she finna go marry ain't got nothing to do with me. Hopefully, somebody raised him the right way, and my daughter chose the right things about him. Even if this Negro comes and asks me to marry him, that ain't got nothing to do with me either way. If it's a dude that I don't want her to marry, I still shouldn't even jump on him. When he start feeling like he want to marry, I'm supposed to go to my daughter. Hey, look, listen, I ain't trying, because I'm gonna tell you something. Once you go and tell her not to marry him, they gonna get married that evening. They gonna get married. The more you push against her, man, I know you think you girl dad extraordinary and you running her life. But when you be like, I don't like this Negro or honky, probably in my case, but you can't be with him. And if you tell her that, they getting married that minute. That minute. All I got as a father is the ability to threaten him. That's all I got. That's all that's left for me. The more you don't like it, the closer they gonna get. So it's a delicate balance. You can't act like you like them. Sometimes you be like, oh, my daddy likes them. I can't deal with them. There you go. Sometimes daddy liking them makes them stay. You got to be neutral. Them daddies, especially with the girl, the daddy's got to be Switzerland. You got to stay neutral. Hey, look, I ain't in y'all relationship. As long as he don't hurt you, I'm good. Your daddy role is to be there if it don't go right. She's your problem now. See, your problem. I'm just insurance. When you drive that car off the lot, that's your car. You got a loan and everything. You can take it back. If you ain't paying the loan, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do with the loan, the financing ain't right, I'll come get it. But other than that, no. Yeah, that's all men got is the physical harm. And so the other part about it is you let them know that you got the physical harm. I think that when a man comes and he wants to marry your daughter, I hopefully I'm far from that point. But this is just me thinking, because I'm ever evolving as a father. I'm still learning fatherhood. I'm still seeing situations. I'm realizing that each situation is different. I think that as a father, though, and in my learning and as I evolve in this fatherhood thing, I think that when it comes to the marriage, and this is from dads that I've talked to who have daughters who are married, my job is to be daughter first, and realizing that because my daughter's my priority, me supporting him is still helping her. So I let her know I'm still being a protector and a provider. Offering the violence is the protection. Letting them know she ain't in this thing by herself. You married us. I'm a silent partner, but you married us. So I will do unto you. But you also got to kind of let them know, and this is something that you can let them know later. Hey, I'm also here to support you. I'm not going to let you fall, because if you fall, then she falls. And I'm not letting her fall. I can't tell her what to do. He has to establish his covering for his family. And that works both ways. Mamas, you got to let them sons go. Mamas, you got to let them daughters go. Mamas, you can't be in that house telling her what she got to cook. He don't like all that stuff. See, that's your problem right there. You don't cook enough for that man. If you cook for that man, then he'll be in the house. And you don't even know how to cook. How you going to keep a man you don't know how to cook? Because I know how to do other things, mama. There's things I do with my mouth. You can't tell your mama that. Maybe he wants to cook. What works in your house is different than what works everywhere else. You got to let the boys go. That be the thing. The boy can't even eat at his own house. Let me tell you something. If I see all these boys, listen, men, if you raising them, mamas, if you raising them, prepare them to go eat her nasty cooking. She can't cook right yet. It's different. Now, what am I going to do when my son gets married? The son getting married is different. When my son gets married, I have the onus to be like, hey, this is what you do. You need to do this. I have that same onus. I think it's a little bit different because I have to train my son on how to be a man. This young lady was like, I don't want my son going to his dad because I want him to come to me and ask me about dating so I could tell him what to look for in a woman or how to be a boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. You can't. I'm telling you, women fail their sons when you coddle them to the point where you're teaching him this is what you should look for. This is the kind of woman. This is a good woman. This is how you be a good boyfriend. You coddle them. You can't teach him how to treat Mary because Mary is not you. There are things that you like, that you enjoy, that she can't stand. And you wondering why he can't keep no steady relationship because he keeps trying to date you. Because that's all you've been able to tell him is what you like, what your expectation of a good man is. You not a man. So now you out here being like, you got to get her flowers. And now he out here buying flowers for women and they don't even like flowers. She out here with allergies galore and he get dumped and he come at his mama, I bought her flowers. And then you talking, and now she ain't no good. If she ain't want your flowers, she ain't no good. It ain't about that. She was perfectly good. He's still trying to date you. Because that was the only advice that you could give him was you. Men have a particular perspective when teaching their sons about dating. It's a different situation. It's just different. It's different. Every situation is going to be different. Now, do I think every dad is equipped with telling the son how to date? No. Because you still got some men out there with it. Hey, man, love all of them. Huh? The only advice I can tell you, don't let her catch you with your side piece. Huh? Let me tell you something. Where's buffet? He probably shouldn't be giving out advice. But it's different things that men, it's just different. Listen, ladies, let me tell you something, ladies. It's things that men go through that ladies ain't gonna never know. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, ladies, ain't none of y'all ladies naturally And I'm gonna tell y'all something that y'all don't even know. No flower slab. Ladies, you ain't gonna be able to teach that young boy how to put his meat at 12 o'clock. See, some of y'all don't know and ladies in here, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Talk about this kind of stuff all the time. Sometimes a young man is gonna walk into a room and his meat gonna get a little nosy. You know, he gonna want to know what's happening out there. Hey, what's happening? You gonna walk into a room for no reason, and you gonna be right here. He gonna be rock hard, and you can't let the whole room know that you out there. Sometimes you gotta learn how to pull that thing up towards the belly button and let your belt buckle, let your waistline of your pants keep that thing attached. Y'all don't even have that information, ladies. You know why? Because you ain't never had one. You don't know these. These are little tips and tricks that you can give. These tips. Hey, Dad, I don't want everybody to know what I got going on. Hey, man, you got to lift it up. Put it against your stomach. Hold that thing down. Now she don't know. Nobody knows now. Now you run into a problem if your son's overly gifted, because now his man meat is in his belly button and he in there making love to himself. So you gotta watch it. See, it's delicate. It's a delicate situation. You done fell in there, you done unvirginized yourself on yourself. You be like, my man meat went into my belly button. I don't know what happened. Z, you know you different though, Z. We don't count you, Z. I'm just saying, ladies, give these dads some credit. Just know. Ooh, I had to dab. 2 times. Just know being a dad is a different situation. We got a lot going on. I'm giving y'all this word, the word of the day, and then I'm getting ready to get out of here, man. Remember, y'all share the show. February is light. We got to get ready for March. March 3rd, we started off March. I'm on a mini March. Everybody else doing a tour. I'm doing a March. I'm marching up and down the East Coast doing March. It starts off with March the 3rd at the DC Comedy Loft. If you know anybody, this is crazy what today's word of the day is. If you know anybody in the DC area, tell them to come out to the DC Comedy Loft and check out your boy. I'm leaving DC, then I'm going over to Delaware, so y'all check me out in Delaware. I'm leaving Delaware, I'm going to Philadelphia, so y'all come check me out in Philadelphia, and then I'm somewhere on the next week. So I'm doing a March. I'm marching through these cities in March, trying to get myself together. Just booked my first cruise. Really excited about it. That's going to be in July. Just booked the cruise. I'm going to be out there doing comedy on the boat on the Carnival Venetian or Venezuela or something crazy. So y'all come and check me out. And we're going to grow this show. The motto for now is grow the show. So we got to grow the show. Right now, 500-600 views a day. Let's get it up to at least 1,000 a day. 1K a day. 1K a day. Now, Snoop, I've been on cruises before. It's not my first time going on a cruise, but it's my first time doing the comedy on the cruise. I've been on cruises. Man, I'm out there. But it's my first time doing comedy on the cruise. Now, today's word of the day. Oh, forget, we're going for 1K a day. We got to get at least 1,000 views a day. The only way we can do it is we start sharing it. Everybody that watch it, share it. 1K a day. Today's word of the day. This is no lie. I ain't got nothing to do with this. This is on Merriam-Webster, not me. Today's word of the day is sarcasm. Sarcasm refers to the use of words that mean one thing to communicate the exact opposite of that thing, especially to insult someone, to show irritation, or to be funny. Her monotone voice often made it difficult to tell whether or not she was using sarcasm. That's my life. Nobody knows whether or not I'm being sarcastic. It's crazy out here. But sarcasm refers to the use of words that mean one thing to communicate the exact opposite of that thing, especially to insult someone, to show irritation, or to be funny. Sarcasm. Today's word is sarcasm. You got somebody else that's doing it. All right, cool. Snoop, thanks for letting me know. I'm gonna reach out to her because I had thought about March as being my date. February, so January we did the water drive for Portsmouth, Virginia, Portsmouth Volunteers for the Homeless. Next month, which is February, I want to do a clothing drive. So we want to get clothes together to take over there, and good clothes, people, good clothes. We want to do a clothing drive, and then I plan on March being the time that I did a detergent drive to help get detergents so they can wash their clothes and stuff. Not saying that they got to wait till March to wash clothes, because they can wash clothes all year long. But March is when I really want to get in and do an organized drive and get people together, get them excited, and we can go and do it. Z said, I can't wait. I'm getting these clothes ready. Get them together. Get these clothes ready. Let's know that's what we're doing in February. That's my give back. And then we'll do at least March. And then I might come up with something in April. I don't know what we can do in April, but we'll do something. Maybe April we rotate. We'll look at what our water levels look like. We might need to redo water. We'll do that. Clothes and shoes. Yep, we're going to do them both. All right. Another fantastic show, man. You guys were amazing as always, man. Y'all are just great. I love having you guys around. It's amazing, man. So that works for me. I'm really excited about it. You guys are the reason why I get up in the morning and do this show. It's literally because of y'all. Otherwise, I'd still be asleep. So shout out to everybody out there doing their thing. We'll be back again on tomorrow, man. Remember, our Mondays are our first day of the week. A lot of us is our first day of the work week. Some people say Sunday's the first day. I'm saying Monday is the beginning of our week. And so we got to master our Mondays. If we go ahead and show Monday who's boss, if we master Monday, if we have a magnificent Monday, yeah, come support me in Suffolk. I don't even know when I'm in Suffolk, Z, but support me there. If we can master our Mondays, if you find a way to make Monday your best day, then the rest of the week has no choice but to bow down to you. All right. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do that. Monday. Make sure everybody, you make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody just happens to be you. I'll be back again tomorrow, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I'll be back with more of this. Share the show. STS. Share the show. All right, we out.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Clayton's Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Clayton's Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off